Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do One Piece Chapter 696 review. Now, for this week, I'm going to do a very quick skim through of the entire chapter, and then we'll go right into review mode. So basically, at the beginning, we see Caribou, and he's carrying a meat pie to someone, probably Kaido, definitely Kaido. After that, we see a few scenes here with Brook, Sanji, Chopper, Kinemon, Law, and Momonosuke. Kinemon and Momonosuke have now been revived until like now they're normal now. Momonosuke is no longer a dragon, and Kinemon has now been revived because when they pushed him over, the plastic that was surrounding his body apparently cracked. Not his body, not his body itself, but the plastic surrounding his body cracked. All right. And then we see a few scenes here with Law and Chopper, where apparently Law, using his abilities, was able to actually cure the kids and remove the chemicals from their bodies. Now, I'll get into that later in full detail, right? Because that's some crazy ass shit. But basically what happens is that, and then so then the kids, they want to see Nami, but then they get confronted by Tashigi. Tashigi, she says that the Marines will now take care of the kids. Then Nami has a talk with Usopp, and then Usopp mentions about the whole entire thing with her mother, Bellamera-san, how Bellamera was a Marine, and Nami says that, she has a weakness for female Marines, which is on some, on some lesbian pride shit. I mean, well, no, I mean, look, man, she's not a lesbian, obviously. Well, actually, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea how Nami rolls, but, hey, the way she said that, I have a weakness for female Marines. Yeah, it was kind of lesbian-ish, but I mean, that's cool. That's cool. All right, I'm not saying it's bad. If you roll that way, you roll that way. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing. We all human. Shit. All right, don't get all butthurt. All right, relax. All right, relax. Now, where was I? Okay, after that whole thing, we have a scene here where Sanji is now utilizing he's finally utilizing the new Kama Kenpo cooking styles, sea pork stew, and he feeds Kinemon and Momonosuke because they were starving. And we all know that Sanji, when it comes to people who are starving, who are in need of nutrition and food, Sanji will feed them. Despite who they are, he knows the pain of a lack of food. He's been on an island for several months without food, starving to death, near death. And when it comes to food, famine, starvation, lack of nutrition, he will feed you. He will feed you. That's the way it is. And Momonosuke, he won't eat the food because he's being, rebellious on some honorable samurai shit. I will get my own food at my own time. But Kinemon, he starts eating that shit. And he's like, Momonosuke, live. They start crying, start eating. Everybody comes for Sanji's fucking sea pork stew. Alright, and then even the Marines come. And the Marines who had made a line where they were supposed to separate themselves from the pirates. And then this was like the funniest thing, right? The funniest thing about this chapter, in my opinion, right? Sanji, he's just chilling with the freaking big ass ladle on his back. And then he's like, what was all that sanctimonious crap about good and evil? And then one of the Marines said, ceasefire, bro. Yo, that is funny. Goddamn. He's like, bro, man, ceasefire, man. Let's just cease fucking fire. And then we just have all these dudes line up for Sanji's shit. Everybody is lined up for Sanji's shit. Law comes in there. He's like huddling with Luffy. He's like, yo, Luffy, man, we cannot stay here for too long. All right, my spidey senses are tingling. All right, because Flamingo is coming. Flamingo is coming, and he's like, we can't. We must be mobile. we must be mobile, and we must get the fuck out of this area. We can't stay for too long. And Luffy's like, okay, I got you. Party. It was like, no. And Law's like, no, you fool. You fool. And because parties, they take days. In One Piece time, they take, either it's all fucking night, all fucking day or like multiple days. So, and then what's happening here is that it's like, okay, well, during the party, we see that one girl, I forgot her name, the one that Chopper's gonna heal. She apparently, now that Law has removed the poison from her body, she's fine. She actually, like, she just woke up. And apparently, after some of the G5 Marines took it upon themselves to systematically torture Caesar Clown, and Caesar Clown gave them information about how they could save their comrades who were on the island. And then at the end of the actual chapter, all right, after all the partying, after all the all the meat shit, no homo. What's happening here is that we see Law and we see Smoker. Smoker is talking about how how he was shocked that Law kept his side of the bargain, and how he could have killed him numerous times, and how Law, in Smoker's eyes, is planning to use Straw Hat Luffy for starting something with the Emperors. And then Law says, "I'm beginning to wonder who's taking advantage of who here." And then now we actually see the scene. Now we see the scene of when Luffy was talking to Law about who they were targeting. And then Law actually says, the man called 100 Beast Kaido. He's the one. So Law wants Kaido's ass. No homo. He wants Kaido. Kaido. And then Luffy says, so Shanks isn't up first. And then Luffy after that says, not that the order really matters. I plan on wiping the floor with all 4 of them. And there's the end of the chapter. So Luffy, he's gunning for all 4 of the Yoko. He wants Kaido, because see, Law wants Kaido. Big Man was already on his ass. Blackbeard, I mean, well, that's a given. Blackbeard's a given. And Shanks. So now we know where shit lies. And there's the end of the chapter in a brief summary standpoint. So it wasn't really a skim through, more like a summary, because I was talking for a little while. But fuck it, whatever, right? The thing here is that this chapter, okay, so first things first, alright? There were some parts that I didn't like at all, alright? First of all, number 1, the Kinemon being saved from the plastic putty by just him falling down. I'm not a fan of that. I'm really not, because I mean, hey, I was hoping that there was gonna be some like elaborate scheme in order to save his life, and like with Chopper and Law combine their medical knowledge in order to save Kinemon. But no, it was push him over, break the plastic. I mean, the plastic was supposed to contain poison, like lethal, deadly poison, and no. And also the thing with the thing with Momonosuke, in my opinion, that was fine, because it was like whatever. Like, it makes sense to me that this child cannot maintain his dragon form, since he did eat an artificial devil fruit. So that makes sense to me. It really does. But what I will say is that I would like more information about why is it that particular fruit didn't sustain its effects, whereas when you look at Kaido's whole entire thing, it appears that Kaido's and his boys have sustained artificial devil fruit forms in Zoan types. So I mean, I would like to see a lot more about that. Also, I didn't like the whole entire thing with, apparently we have other Marines now going back into the island and saving their comrades. Fuck. Because, like I said before, I would not like it at all if Monet was alive and if the other Marines that were supposedly dead were alive. And seeing Kinemon, I was like, fuck, I think they're gonna go back and save the other Marines. And lo and behold, they're gonna go back and save the other Marines. Shit was just too easy. And this is I have this problem with Ichiro Oda. I really do. Like, even though I like One Piece, I think One Piece is a great series, in my personal opinion. Like this guy has problems killing off motherfuckers, even fodders. Even farther, man, fuck. It's like, seriously. These Marines, we don't give a fuck about them. So why are we gonna go bring them back? Like, seriously, man. Like, that's one of the main problems I have with Oda. He has to kill off more people. Alright, I mean, it took us like, what? Like, like what, 50 volumes? Yeah, like 50 some odd volumes to kill like 3 characters. Oars Jr., Ace, and Whitebeard. I mean, granted, those are epic ass deaths, but still. Like and then seeing that these Marines are gonna go back and revive those who were poisoned by Shinokuni, which is supposed to be dubbed as Death Country. Seeing that they're gonna go back and revive them, well then, what the fuck? Like seriously, like it keeps on reminding me of all the times where in which people should have died, even fodder. Like for example, in the last arc, where none of the 100,000, no, none of the 70,000 fishmen that were underneath Holy Jones's command died in that battle. None of them. So, like Oda, he needs to. It's not appealing because it mitigates the sense of danger when not even fodder. Brownbeard should be dead. Where not even fodder are going to die. Look. All right, whatever. So that's the whole entire thing right there about what I didn't like at all. But what I did like was number 1, Law. His powers may be even greater than we first anticipated because he was able to remove the chemicals. And mind you, the chemicals, once they're in your body, they are absorbed into your cells themselves. He was able to remove the chemicals of the candy that resided in each of the children in a short amount of time. That's some crazy shit because see, I can't even call chemicals that seep into your cells objects. I can't even call them that. That's almost like matter control. Like I'm not joking. I'm not fucking lying to you. Like that's some crazy shit. When you digest poisons and toxins, they seep into your cells. Your cells, bro. And he's able to remove that shit? Like, yeah, he controls the orientation of all objects. But objects, quote unquote, may mean like matter itself, because it's not. You cannot call chemicals that attach to cells objects. This is no fucking way. They're not objects, alright? Gas can be an object, quote unquote, fine. He can control gas in his room. He can do that. Liquids, solids, okay, fine, he can do that. But chemicals? In your cells? Whole new level. Whole new level. So, I mean, hey. Law, I mean, later on in the series, he may be just OP as goddamn piss shit. OP as goddamn piss shit. That's number 1. Number 2, of course, you know, seeing Nami retain this whole entire motherhood concept. I like that. Like, I like that. I like it. It's good. Nami, I mean, let's be honest here. Like, Nami is normally the woman who you consider not only a thief, but in a practical sense, she's a street corner hoe. But now we're seeing her kind of develop this whole entire motherhood complex because of her mother, Bella Marasan, and her drive to protect the children who needed it, who asked for help. So I like that. We see her transitioning from, and also she also starting to gain like this whole entire like sorceress appeal. So now we're seeing her from going from being a thief / street corner hoe to a sorceress / mother / street corner hoe. So I mean it's better, but it's better. It's better. That's number 2. Number 3, seeing Sanji use the actual Newcomer tempo styles of cooking. All right, and this actually is gonna be really good later on in the actual series because Sanji's food can revitalize and help strengthen muscle. So the Straw Hats are gonna get power-ups via eating Sanji's food, like miniature power-ups by eating Sanji's food, getting physically stronger, physically more fit, you know, by eating Sanji's Newcomer tempo food. That's crazy. I like that. I do, because it makes sense within the actual scheme of the story. Because he learned the Newcomer styles of cooking. And then he saw the bodies of the Kamas, and then they had really muscular, fit bodies. Like, all of them. All of them. all of them can run for multiple days, if not weeks on end, without stopping. So yeah, that's good. That's number 3. And number 4, of course, the reveal that Luffy is gunning for Yoko. He's gunning for all 4 Yoko. And that's gonna be, I mean, yeah. The first 2 that are on the hit list are obviously Big Mom and Kaido. Shanks and Blackbeard, things may not go the way they seem, because people are saying that Blackbeard could kill Shanks. Well, maybe. But at the end of the day, at the end of the series, the leaders of the pirate world, if in fact the pirate world maintains its original structure, would be Luffy, Luffy, Law, Kid, and maybe someone else like Drake or Hawkins. Probably Hawkins. Yeah, probably Hawkins. But yeah, I'm done. The rating overall is going to be, I'll give it a good. It was a good, yeah. Honestly, and like, even though I hate the fact that the Marines are being revived, they're fodder. I hate it, but they're still fodder. Now, had Monet been alive, no. Monet cannot be alive. Monet must remain dead. Oda, I swear. Oda, do not fuck with me, man. You pull that Pell shit, okay? You pulled that Pell shit, and that was, he took a nuke, and he lived. So, Oda. Alright, okay, alright. Oda, I swear to God. But yeah, I'm done. So the rating overall is going to be good. King Lightning, be sure to, of course, rate, comment, subscribe. And I'm signing out. Peace! Have a nice day. Wait, hold on.